What's up? My batteries are now recharged. If you know what I mean. I ain't talking about the phone. And now we are heading back home. I only hope you understand that when I make these comments here, it is coming from a good place. It's from a place of sincerity, a place of focus and vision and truth. Nothing here is falsified. Nothing here is all fandom. Nothing here is mention of what you need to hear. What's up, Mr. Griffin? I'm glad you made it live. You know, they haven't been sending you too many notifications, and I understand the politics and the business of what's been going on. See, your problem is you don't know because they haven't told you. You believe that because they show a lot of people on television that they're somebody. Now, Danny Garcia is a proven lightweight. At welterweight, he hasn't been proven. A light welterweight is Danny Garcia's weight class, 140 pounds. 147 pounds hasn't quite been his weight class. But Danny's a good fight. But Terence Crawford is the champion. He's the WBO champion. Errol Spence Jr. holds 2 belts, the WBC and the IBF. Manny Pacquiao holds the WBA. Now, one or two things need to happen. One of those champions need to step up and fight Terence Bud Crawford. Forget the constant facts of what you think you know. Let's talk about what you don't know. Danny Garcia has lost 2. Let me see. He lost to Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman. And some very competitive fights. But that's who Danny Garcia lost to. So he's like 2 for 2 in his last 4 fights. And that determines he should get a shot at Terence Crawford. Absolutely not. Why should he get a shot at the title? What has he done? And I'm a huge Danny Garcia fan. I like Danny. But this is reality we're talking, people. And don't forget to support the page. Hit the Cash App up so I can continue to go live. Other people have donated so that we can go live like this. Garcino's the name on the Cash App up by clicking the donate button, where you can leave me a longer message in the description box. I do read them. People saying, well, they're not sending out your notifications. What PBC is trying to do is stall Terence Crawford out by having a jumbo circus of welterweights fight each other. And they trying to keep him away from Top Rank, and hopefully Terence Crawford runs out of fights and he ain't got nobody to fight. Meanwhile, you, the general public that want to see the fight, can't see the fight because PBC don't want to make the damn fight. And now they saying, well, Terence Crawford need to fight Shawn Porter. What do we get for fighting Shawn Porter, who didn't get his hand raised? If Shawn Porter would have won the championship belts, yes, he got robbed. Well, he didn't get robbed. He won the fight on the cards, I thought. But still, to me, thanks for the cash out, bro. What's up, Mary? Thanks, bro. I appreciate. Mad love. But that's the thing with Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter did his job. And he didn't get his hand raised. And the PBC fight Terence Crawford. And they didn't want that. PBC did not want Shawn Porter to go fight Terence Crawford. And there was a great opportunity of that happening had Shawn Porter won the belts. So they screwed him. They were not going to let Porter walk out of there with the championship. Because he fought Terence Crawford, lost them belts to Terence. They could kiss it goodbye. Now they got to go through Terence Crawford. They don't want that. They got 3 of the 4 belts that they could play with. So they'll act like Terence Crawford don't exist. But yet, you guys blame Top Rank and Terence Crawford. I cannot understand y'all logic. It does not make sense. Maybe 4 to 5. Why? Because he's already under contract. Why would he need to sign with PBC? He don't need to sign with the PBC. For what? Terence Crawford already makes money. See, that's the problem. People think, hey, man, why don't he need to go sign with the PBC? For what? He's a champion. So why was the champion? People act like he don't have a belt. But yet, PBC want to say, oh, why won't you fight Shawn Porter? Now they're in favor of him going to fight Shawn Porter. or somebody, because Danny Garcia and Porter, they don't bring nothing to the table. What do Shawn Porter bring to the table? There's no belts around his waist. Danny Garcia, no belts around their waist. Are they even ranked in the WBO? Are they even ranked as contenders? So Terence Crawford, who is the best fighter in the game, should fight the loser. It does nothing for him, but they twist your brain into believing Terence Crawford needs to fight. And he needs to fight those two. No, he needed to fight Errol Spence Jr. That was it. And those are the two fighters that need to fight him because they are champions. He just fought and beat his mandatory. He shouldn't even fight Mike Garcia. And Mikey Garcia, he just signed with the Zone. He didn't left PBC, and now he's with the Zone. If I'm taking sides in this whole thing, why would I be going against PBC? Shouldn't I be in the direction of PBC? Ain't that what Floyd and them at? So if I'm taking sides, I should be on the PBC side, right? Since I'm picking sides. And don't forget to hit the like button, folks. You guys are not that tired to hit the like button. That's free. It is. It's going to be a terrible fight for Errol. Because Errol ain't going to win. And this is before the accident. Errol had a snowball chance in hell of beating Terence Crawford. When did I pick against Errol? I picked him to beat Shawn Porter. And he lost. Oh yeah, his first fight against Kell Brook. Right, because Kell Brook was a better fighter. And Kell Brook was beating the hell out of him and almost stopped him twice. Didn't you hear Errol Spence? 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 And what he said, Errol said, Kell Brook, that guy can hit. He got hurt twice. He's like, Terence Crawford told Errol, like, you got hurt by Kell Brook twice. Yeah, he stopped Brook, who just got his orbital bone broke by Triple G and was fighting at middleweight. And he came all the way down back to 147 to do the fight, and he was weight drained. We know, I mean, look, we know the real, but you can't pull that over somebody else's eyes who just see a fight. You guys just saw Brook versus Spence. You guys got to know what was going on beyond the fact. He didn't lose to Errol, he lost to being weight drained. That's why Errol went right after his body doing the doggone fight. And that was his last fight at 147. Can't make 47 no more. And he still hurt Errol twice. So imagine if he just stayed at welterweight and that fight would have happened. He would have knocked Errol to the next week. And come on, y'all act like Shawn Porter was like the best welterweight in the world. He's not. Shawn is very good in his style and his zone of just football tackling a lot of guys. But he's not a technical sound fighter. And he's only had success and only beaten guys that are his size. He got 3 losses in his career. Can you tell me who the 3 losses are? Keith Thurman, who is what? Bigger than him. Or the same size. Kell Brook, who is bigger than him, the same size. And he lost to Errol Spence, who's bigger than him, the same size. Who's his victories against? All guys who are smaller than him. Just lost to Ugas. Ugas should really be the champion. But they would have messed up their Spence Porter fight, wouldn't it? But everybody know he lost that fight. He got knocked down and everything, and the referee called it a slip. How he slipped? He slipped on that fist, went down. So when Errol dropped him, it was like, okay, we knew that could happen. I predicted that would happen earlier in the fight, but Errol fought a stupid fight. But with the PBC judges, you know it ain't gonna never get it right. I'm coming home. I had a very successful night. So I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Y'all saw me go live last night when I was on my way. And now you see me coming all the way back home. top-ranked judges ain't no better. They've been a lot better than what I've been seeing right now in the PBC. Jesus. PBC was supposed to be a changing of the system, a changing of the guard. We're supposed to start having better quality fights. We're supposed to start having better quality matchups and champion versus champions and all of these great things out of the PBC. All I've been seeing is a bunch of airbrush fighters being pushed as if they're really great, and they're really not. They're artificial. They're not fighting the real talent. They're fighting a bunch of setups and bums like the Charcoal Brothers, and then all of a sudden they're supposed to be killers. No, not actually. Top Rank been putting on great fights. It's just that you don't pay attention to it. So therefore, you miss out on great boxing matches. You've been seeing very competitive fights. You've been seeing champion versus champions. You've been seeing contenders versus contenders. And they are weeding out the greatest fighters from the pretenders. You seen Tank Davis finna fight Gamboa this week. Who has Gamboa fought and beat? They still talking about what he did with Terence Crawford. He fought Terence Crawford like 15 years ago. And that fight, he got destroyed. And he got knocked down 5 times in the fight. 5 times. He was beat into submission. And that is a fight you want to use to promote this? So it's a joke. It's a joke and a half. And I tried to defend Tank because I like Tank. I think Tank is the goods. Tank is skilled. You know, he got power in both hands. For that weight class he's in, he's going to do damage. He'll just have problems when he move up in weight. But Tank can crack. What about Tyson Fury fights? He fought an undefeated guy who had never lost before at heavyweight. Who was he supposed to fight? The guy had one fight in like 5 years, and that was Deontay Wilder. Right? And he looked great. He had one tune-up. No, I'll take that back. He had one tune-up fight. Then he fought Wilder. And then he came back off the mat twice against Wilder to go into another fight in which he got him some exercise in, came in and did his little thing. Had his little 2 fights. One guy was a warm-up. The other guy was a real contender. As you saw what the other guy did to his face, bust him up. You know, made it rough for him, had a game plan. He's a real fighter. So just because you don't know these guys don't mean that they can't fight. Fury's behavior, what behavior is disgraceful? What has he done that was disgraceful? All he does is clown around. That's all he does. Well, if Town Breaker's paying me, they late on the check. The fact of the matter is this. Terence Crawford should not fight Shawn Porter next. There is no reason to fight Shawn Porter next. Shawn Porter does not have a belt. They did not raise his hand. He won the fight, but he didn't get his hand raised. So, it's politics, baby. Politics as usual. Or you can just call it PBC as usual. Yeah, well, that's the nature of the game. Who does Bud fight then? I don't know. You know, I mean, they waiting on to see what's going to happen with Errol. You know, because Errol's holding the belts hostage, and we got to see what's happening with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is the guy he should be fighting. People should be like, hey, man, you need to be fighting Terence Crawford. But I know why he's scared. And he should be. He should be very scared. That's not a good fight for Manny. That's a retirement fight. Crawford would put that boy in retirement. Manny Pacquiao, man, top rank Manny Pacquiao like 3 times. He was, no thank you. Nah, no thank you. I go with the PBC because if I fight you, I lose. And I don't trust Bob Arum is going to help me. No. He ain't. You gonna be on the mat, Jack. Hey, that was your cash out fight. But Manny got the WBA belt. So he's the WBA champion. Terence won all 4 belts as he had all 4 at 140 before he left. He had all the belts, all 4 governing bodies. He was the undisputed champion at 140 pounds. He came to welterweight, he won all 4 belts, and everybody running. They running like roaches with the light on. Errol trying to duck him, everybody. Errol could tell you any pretty story come to his head. I said, look, if Errol is healthy and he coming back in that ring, and he's saying he returned to the ring, and he ain't doing no tune-up, if he Manny Pacquiao, he fighting Danny Garcia, which shouldn't been happening in the first place. Danny Garcia should not be. What has Danny Garcia done to earn a shot at Errol Spence? Absolutely nothing. So why are you fighting Danny Garcia? Danny Garcia just knocked out Granados. And I'm a Danny Garcia fan. But I know damn well the man that won what? He's 2-2 in his last 4 fights. And yet, he's going to fight for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. Again, no way. He's going to fight for the IBF and WBC belts. Are you crazy? That was the PBC way of saying we're going to just keep it all in PBC. So if Errol lose, Danny got it. And it's in PBC. But now, since he don't have a fight, because of Errol, you know, he can't fight in January. Now all of a sudden, it's, oh, let's get what's his name in here. Let's grab so-and-so. Yeah, now we'll fight Terence Crawford. Tell Terence what's up. Yeah, because y'all don't have any belts. So yeah, y'all want to do the fight. Shawn Porter, yeah, you want to fight Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter ain't got nothing to bring to the table. They gave him the L because they knew that if he'd have won, there was a possibility Shawn would have fought Terence Crawford. They'd have put that fight together real fast. And he took them belts over there to Terence Crawford, and Terence would have whooped his butt and stopped Shawn, and then everybody be like, man, now he got 3 belts. And then the PBC would have been pissed because all they got left is an 85-year-old Manny Pacquiao with a belt. It's all politics, baby. All politics. And then they turn the facts around and make you believe that it's Terence Crawford that don't want the fight, when he's asking for the champions. He's a champion, so he's asking for another champion. And you should be holding the fire of the flame to PBC and saying, look, Manny Pacquiao needs to be fighting Terence Crawford. What's going on here? Well, whatever y'all get through with this little tango dance y'all doing, I don't want to see Keith Thurman come back getting no damn title shot. Explain to me how that's top rank fault. How is it top rank fault? Errol didn't try to fight him, so how's it top rank fault? Bud don't need to sign the PBC. Why would he do that? He got a multi-million-dollar year contract. He make more money than Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. So why in the world would he do that? Terence Crawford is fighting on ESPN and is making more money than them, and they fighting on pay-per-view. How does that make sense? Bless you. You know what he told you? He said, let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? You getting that money, right? That's what he told him. You getting that money, let's bet that million. He told them to he's like, put that up. Excuse me, let me get behind. So that was the whole gist of it all, was let's go. Get the fights going. I think overall, when it's all said and done, they're going to wish they made that fight. Because it made no sense to go no other direction. Well, Bud should fight. Thank you. Whoever's ranked in the WBO rankings, let's get the fight going. Because he definitely should be fighting Manny Pacquiao or Errol Spence. If Errol's back again, fine. You want to be a fighter? You back? All right, well, you fight Terence Crawford. You're up. You're up. Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence need to step up. That's who should be fighting. Of course, Bud beating Manny. Manny knows that. Manny ran in left top rank because he didn't want to fight Errol. He's gonna be punch drunk with him. He's gonna be punch drunk messing with him. But he want to be back. He says, I want to get back in the ring. I want to do all these things. All right. It's the nature of the game. I wish he'd have stayed out about a year. But he's ready. According to Errol. So he's back. They all got problems. How am I a hater? Because I'm calling for Terence Crawford to fight and Shawn Porter. I mean, Manny Pacquiao. That's called logic. Oh, okay. He's like, I wasn't talking about you. You have been brainwashed by the PBC. Yep, they're doing a tango move on you. They're doing a tango dance. And they want to see who's all going to swing to the music. Why would I need to tell him to his face he got a drinking problem? We said that before the accident. Matter of fact, we said it the day before the accident that Errol had a drinking problem. You heard Nate Jones put it out on the video that Errol had a drinking problem. And that was the only reason he took Terence Crawford over Errol, was that Errol's love of the bottle. And I told him, I was like, Terence is going to beat him anyway. There was no way he could beat Terence Crawford. No way. Bud does not lose to him. Bud got way too much dog in him. Errol got some dog in him, but nah. Nah. I told you, I have not seen a fighter like Terence Crawford that had what Terence had since Floyd. That's it. As far as the confidence level, not since Floyd. When I see him, he believes it. He really believes it, and he know he's that damn good. Andre Ward, there was never his confidence was more intelligence than everything. It was always the smarter fight for him. But Andre is more of a thinker. Like, he was so mad at Terence Crawford, he was like, man, Terence Crawford's not even boxing tonight. Like, no, he going for the knockout. Terence Crawford ain't trying to box tonight. He could have boxed, but he wanted to knock this dude out. Well, when they step up, Bud will be ready. They hoping somebody beat Bud Crawford. They're hoping someone can knock him off this throne so they can avoid it. So don't y'all forget to donate to the page. Hit the Cash App up. Carcino, the name on the Cash App. Or you can hit the Streamlab up, whichever one y'all like to do most. The Streamlab, that's the one y'all can leave me the messages on in detail, and then I can hit y'all back. I feel it. I'm just reading y'all comments. And I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks Murray for the donation to the Cash App. To the rest of y'all gotta step it up. I'm out. Deuces.